Hi everyone. We're changing it up a little bit this week. I'm having trouble with my iPad. Big surprise. So I'm recording at my desk in my classroom, which I'm barely in because I'm usually in your rooms. So I thought for today's STEAM activity we could do a little build where we make our own magnet maze. So the materials with this are going to be very basic. You might have them all right at your house already. I'm going to get a piece of cardboard, and this cardboard is an old pizza box. And if you're anything like my boys at home, you love pizza just like me. They prefer Sal's Pizza. This is the Sal's Pizza box here. We're also going to use magnets with our maze. Now, you might not have one of these magnets, and that's okay, because these are kind of like the heavy-duty science ones. But you might have a magnet that you put on the fridge. I think this one's from IKEA. I have a Mr. Bill magnet, old Saturday Night Live sketch. Your parents might understand what that is. Minnie Mouse clip. Oh, one of my favorite Bob Ross magnets. We don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents. Any kind of magnet like that. Stronger would work better. So maybe one of these bigger ones if you don't have it at home. You could always try to combine them and see if it makes your magnet stronger that way. And I'm also going to use craft sticks. You might not have craft sticks, but you could use popsicle sticks. You'd have to tell your parents, well, in the name of science, I need to eat some popsicles today. And this is going to be the outer layer of our maze. So popsicle sticks, magnets. I'm also going to use for my maze a paper clip. Somewhere around the house you have to have a paper clip. Maybe in the couch, maybe in your book bag. You can always ask your teacher for an extra one. I'm sure they'd love to give you an extra paper clip. So I have my pizza box here, but I really don't like the extra pieces on the side. It's just kind of annoying me. What you could do is you can use scissors to trim off the edges for your maze. Maybe size it down a little bit. I'm going to try and hold it this way so you see. But I feel like Tim the Toolman Taylor sometimes from Home Improvement. I want more power. What I have here is a zip snip, and this will be something that your parents might want to use first. With adult supervision, you could try to use it. This kind of tool, it's called a zip snip. It's by Works. And if I squeeze this down here and push the button, this blade will spin around. It's not super sharp, but there's a nice guard here that protects you. So the only part that's really sticking out is this tiny piece right in there. So this is what it sounds like when I turn it on. I'll make sure I'm not used to this camera mode. It cuts cardboard like butter, and it holds a charge. It's electric. I've only charged it once, and I've had it for a couple years. So maybe I need to cut more cardboard, but I think this is a more fun way to cut the cardboard. Real nice, smooth angles here. You can use scissors too, that's fine. But I love this zip snip. This is not a paid promotional advertisement or anything like that. It's just a dad toy that I really enjoy. Okay, I trimmed off. It looks really nice. This is the side that I'm going to use. This is too many words on here for me. So I'm going to use the plain brown side. Throw my scraps away. Now, with my maze, I want to map out how it will look first. I don't want to use a Sharpie marker in case I make a mistake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my pencil. And with my maze, I'm going to just kind of make like a hallway for my paper clip to follow on here. And you can make it as challenging or easy as you want. For your first one, it might be a good idea to start out kind of simple. Maybe give it to your baby brother or sister to try out first, or you could even do it with your eyes closed to see if you can make it go around. So I'm going to sketch out using a pencil first on here. So I'm going to try and angle it so that you can see. But I'm going to mark S where I want to start. No need to write the whole thing out. You can sort of see it on there. And I'm going to have mine go quick. Alright, now that the announcements are over until they come again, I'm mapping out in pencil first where I want my maze to go. I'm going to go down a little bit because I like some twists and turns. That way if I make a mistake, I can erase it. And I'm making it wide enough because I'm going to use a little bit bigger craft sticks. And I'm just kind of eyeing it up. If you make a mistake, it's okay because you used pencil first to get there. So I'm going to try, I want to make this bigger. That's too small of a piece, and I'm glad I used my pencil so that I can erase. I'm going to finish down here. So I just kept it super basic. I put an F for finish, an S for start. And my craft sticks is where this will come in handy next. The craft sticks are going to be the sides of my maze. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue my craft sticks along the sides here, and they might not fit, so I'm going to break them either with my hands or use my zip snip so that they fit along the edge. You could also just use your craft sticks to lay around there too and make it the whole width that way, but I couldn't do it as easily holding it up. I think they would slide off. So while I was talking, I had this ready. I feel like I'm on a cooking show. I had something prepared in advance. So I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm just putting a little bit across the bottom there. I'm not holding up a heavy book or a building. And I'm going to place it right at the edge of my maze there. Now this one might not have been as straight as I would have liked it, but I can always adjust it and add a little more glue underneath as needed. There, I like that. And then if you get these little hair things on there, you can always just pull them off. But be careful not to burn your fingers. So I'm going to add some more glue to another craft stick. And what I think would be cool is when we're done, we can even color the craft sticks, make it look a little more professional. Now right here, my popsicle stick or my craft stick isn't going to be long enough. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lie it on top, and that's where it goes down. So I'm going to mark it with my pencil so I know that's where I need to trim off. So you could break it. Let's see how that looks first. I'll try that. That broke really nice. I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Try it like that. Drop it on the floor and then stick it on. Not a good idea to do this, work with a hot glue gun in bare feet, but I don't have bare feet, so I'm kind of glad for that. And I'm going to get my next craft stick. This one I'm going to line up right with here. It's almost perfect. I'm going to snap off the end and see if that looks okay. Ooh, that's going to look nice. I like putting the craft sticks on here because it kind of guides my paper clip. So you can see the paper clip can stay inside the maze there. So again, this one I'm going to lay right next to it here. It looks like I need to trim it up. Put a little line. I'm going to try my zip snip on this one. I've never used it on a craft stick before, but let's see. Not too bad. It's pretty nice. It looks like it started to crack it a little bit on there, but it gave a nice cut. didn't have it go all the way off of my board there. You want to make sure. And I'm keeping my pieces that I trimmed off because they might fit nicely on other parts of my maze. In fact, this piece will fit right down there quite well. You could use Elmer's glue on this, but it would take a longer time to dry. And I like being able to show you right away how the maze looks. So if you're not comfortable or don't have a hot glue gun, you could use Elmer's glue too. Putting it right on here. It's coming along. Don't drop the hot glue gun in your lap either. Not a good thing. And I'm going to put my pieces on here. I added a couple more pieces during announcements here, but I want to show you again, if your popsicle or craft stick doesn't fit, you can always just line it up right on the edge here. And I see that I need to draw my line right there. And sometimes I think just breaking it right like that, I'm not super strong either. And make sure if you have any splinter pieces to throw those away. So we're almost done. I'm going to line up this one here. I need to trim it right at that line. I'll see what it's like with scissors this time to cut it. I don't know if that'll do any better. It's a little hard. These scissors aren't the best. But not bad. I think I like that better than the zip snip. Right on here like that. I think I can fit a long piece on right there. What I have used in the past to push about that. So I went ahead and I tried to finish as much as I could. You kind of got the basic gist of it. The only thing I'm not super happy with is that little gap in there, but I think that's still going to be good enough for now. So I have my maze all homemade. Most of the stuff you'd have in your house already. I'm going to use a couple of my magnets here, and we'll even try and see if the fridge magics work too. I'm going to start out with a smaller paper clip, and I'm going to put it at the start. Ooh, it's not magic, it's magnetism. So I like how I can make it go down the path and follow it here. Ooh. Now if I take my magnet away, it'll fall, but I like you can pick it back up again. Here it comes. Ooh, I found something wrong with it. I have some glue. I don't know if you can see right there, and it fell off. It was too thick for my paper clip. So that's kind of like a teachable moment. I'm going to pull off